You better be careful how you treat people in this world. Right now, I see a great humbling right now. There's a reset, there's a restructuring, and everybody will experience this humbling, not just big corporations, but all of us are going to get a taste of this. Everybody has been talking about Amazon and UPS laying people off. These companies got to protect their future. They want to make sure that they have wealth for their families up until the fourth and the fifth generation. And I want to talk about how we have to evolve and reset and restructure ourselves because these companies are making sure that they survive in this new world. Now, look, UPS didn't just start with these fancy airplanes and these trucks and warehouses. They started off with a man riding on a bicycle delivering packages. They didn't have all of these big warehouses and this global network that they have. Now look at them. They have planes and warehouses. They had to evolve. They upgraded. And you all know that UPS kind of backed away from Amazon because they were delivering all of these small packages. But they were not making a whole lot of money per box. They were doing a lot of work, but not getting enough money. They had a lot of volume, but not profit. So they had to move. So they had to position themselves to work with bigger companies and do bigger things so they would make money. It's all about the Benjamins, y'all. It's all about the money. Amazon is doing the same thing. They're laying people off and working more with robots, working more with AI. And UPS said that they're not only going to lay people off, but they're going to try to place their workers in other states and other departments. And just think about that, y'all. So a lot of people are not just being laid off. They're being told you can transfer, you can relocate, you can change departments. But what hits me hard is a lot of times, when people get good jobs like that, they sometimes relocate to other states, leaving their family. So a lot of people have already relocated just to get the job. Now they may have to relocate again. It's hard to progress that way when you're dependent on a company. So it's like you got to pack up all over again. Kids got to change schools. And Amazon and UPS are not the only corporations that's laying people off. You got Citigroup, you got Microsoft, you got Google, Dell, and even Pinterest. Everybody is utilizing AI now. A lot of Gen Xers are feeling it. It's not easy getting a job. To be honest, I have been trying to get a job for the last 10 years, and I wish it was a dream. I wish it was something fabricated. I wish I could wake up from the dream. It's nothing out there that's worth it. Jobs don't give out pensions anymore. Loyalties are not valued. And I grew up, you could get grandfathered in. That just means like you don't have to have a degree or the certifications. Gen Xers, we grew up, if you do the job so well, you can be a supervisor. You can be a manager without the qualification. But y'all see, skill really don't matter anymore. Now the system wants you to have a master's degree, a PhD, and all of these advanced degrees and certifications, and you still may not find a job. They want you to have more and receive less. It doesn't make any sense. And I say this all the time. You better be careful how you treat people on the bottom, because a lot of people are getting laid off or they're being restructured in other positions, and they're not used to living on less. Some people used to make $80,000 to $100,000. Now they got to survive on $50,000. And they don't want that job, but they got to take the offer because they need the health insurance. Life will really humble you. You ain't even got to do nothing wrong, but you can be up now and down the next day. You just don't know how things are going to go. You can be the chief executive officer, and then the next day you may be a regular manager or making less. You just don't know. You don't know what's going to happen in this system. That's why I say you better be careful how you treat people. And Gen X, we just looking at everything. We just caught in the middle right now, because as the world is changing, the money system is changing. You got to work one main job and have two side hustles. You got to have multiple streams of income. You got to come home from work and learn about Bitcoin. You got to go to crypto university and Bitcoin university. After you have worked 9 to 12 hours a day, now you got to be on the computer learning about Bitcoin and crypto and how to trade, because that's where the world is going. And if you don't learn it, you're going to be left behind. And then you got Gen Z making fun of you, making you feel bad for working hard all your life. See, we didn't have Google, a chat GPT. We couldn't just go on an app and ask a question. We had to learn how to think quick. We worked hard. We were loyal. But now people make you feel bad because you decided to be loyal. How dare you work a job? How dare you be a productive citizen? That's how they make you feel. Don't feel bad, y'all. You're not by yourself. But I want to say this. Don't make nobody make you feel bad because you went to work and you took care of your family. You can still learn it. You can learn it at a slow pace. 15 minutes a day, 30 minutes, 3 days out the week. But we got to learn how to survive in this new reset. And I'm going to say this and be truthful. It's hard to reinvent yourself, especially for me, driving 130 miles a day, working 8 to 12 hours, got a cook, got a parent, and try to learn something new. It's hard, y'all, but we can do it. We can learn new things as well. I'm proud of myself. I drive 130 miles a day. I'm a wife. I'm a mother. I'm paying my bills. I'm being a productive citizen, and I'm still learning new things. I'm learning about crypto. I don't know it well, but I'm learning a little bit. I have been investing in XRP through an app called Uphold, and I'm taking my time and I'm learning it. It's definitely a learning curve. And you know, a lot of people talk about it like it's supposed to be easy. Sometimes you do have to sacrifice sleep and time to learn new things. And you know what? We got to keep an emergency fund. We got to save. I don't care if it's $10 a week. Try to save something. Start that food pantry. Try not to get in debt. Try not to open any new credit cards. Sometimes you can't help that you have to use a credit card, but try to keep it to a minimum. And it sucks right now that people have to work so hard. You got to work that main job and you got to work 2 to 3 side hustles just to survive in this new world. And a lot of people are saying that with all of this AI and this digital currency coming, that there's going to be a universal income. Do you all believe that? Because I feel kind of funny having the same income with someone who's not productive, who don't even have any intentions of doing anything good in the world. People with no work ethic. I got a problem with that. But you all let me know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about universal income. All of us making the same amount. And let me know, have you been laid off from your job? Have you been restructured? Are you trying to save more money? It's raining out here, y'all. I hope it's not too loud because this mic's supposed to cancel out noise. But y'all talk to me in the comments. Do you all think it's going to be a universal basic income for everybody? Because I just can't see a doctor making the same as a social worker. But that's all, you guys. And I look forward to talking to you all in the comments.